around like when I was 12 or 13 is really when I started try-harding at lucid dreaming. And I went from like 0 lucid dreams in 1 month to like 20 lucid dreams a month, like 2 months later. So I was going hard as hell with lucid dreaming around like 12, 13, 14. And at this same time, I was like pretty fucking depressed, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's a whole long story, but like things just weren't going too well in my life. I was pretty depressed. I was pretty down, and I felt kind of like lonely at the time as well. So when I was trying to like try hard for lucid dreams, and I was in lots of like discords and like lucid dreaming communities online or whatever, everyone was like around the same age as me, 13 years old. They were all trying to just fuck everything they were seeing in a lucid dream or like flying, average lucid dreamer stuff, just like having sex with everything you see or just flying or teleporting, blah, blah, blah. But why I was try-harding at lucid dreaming, this is gonna sound stupid, bro, but why I was try-harding at lucid dreaming was because like I just needed a friend, basically. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I felt like at the time I never had a like best friend. Like I had friends, some friends which were good, but at this time when I was try-harding at lucid dreaming, I never had like a best friend, and I didn't really understand what that was. So I was like, since you can do anything in lucid dream, I wonder if you could like make a friend. That's what I was thinking, like a friend you could see over like several different lucid dreams. So I started like searching shit up on the internet, and I found a guy who was talking about reoccurring dream characters, which is basically like dream characters which you can meet in several lucid dreams. Like even after you wake up, like when you next have a lucid dream, you can meet the same dream character and they'll remember you and stuff. So for me, who was like depressed as hell and I was kind of lonely and I like always wanted like a best friend or whatever, this was like so good to hear that that there was such thing as reoccurring dream characters, that you could actually make a dream character and keep seeing them over several lucid dreams. So this got me really interested in dream characters and shit like that. And so I remember I had one dream. This was a normal dream. This wasn't even a lucid dream. I had one dream where I don't remember the exact, like, what exactly happened, but there was a dream character in this dream. It was a boy who was like maybe a year younger than me at the time. So I was like 13, 14 at this time, or 12 or some shit. And this dream character seemed like a year younger than me or something. I don't even remember what he did, and I don't know why, but for some reason this dream character like stuck out to me or something. I don't really know. Or maybe at the time I was just thinking I could experiment with this guy and maybe like try and spawn him in another dream or something. I don't even think he said anything. But I remember reading that you need to give a dream character a name if you wanted to like spawn them over and over again. And I didn't know what this guy's name was, so I just gave him a name as soon as I woke up. And the first name that popped into my head was Teddy. don't laugh at me, bro. I know that sounds like stupid. I didn't even know why it popped into my head. Like it just did. I didn't think about the name. The name just popped into my head. Teddy, bro. Teddy. So I was like, okay, I'll call this dream character Teddy, and I can like experiment with this guy and maybe try and like spawn him in another lucid dream. So I remember a couple nights after this, I was fucking tryharding at lucid dreaming because I needed a friend, bro. And so I remember having a dream. I became lucid and realized I was in a dream, like on the school, on the like field in my school, like my primary school. I don't know like where you're from, but in Australia, it's like a primary school. It doesn't matter, bro. Anyways, I became lucid and realized I was dreaming on the school oval, which is like the field where everyone played soccer and shit. And there was a bunch of dream characters. And I asked one dream character if he could show me to Teddy, the dream character that I wanted to spawn. And so he was like, follow me. And then I followed him and he was showing me to Teddy. Unfortunately, I woke up before I reached him, but I was still determined, bro. So I remember I had another lucid dream like a couple nights later probably, and it was like at a club. And in this same dream, I actually met Slender Man. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. I met Slender Man in this dream, but that doesn't matter. I remembered that I wanted to meet Teddy again and try and spawn him in a lucid dream. And the way I did it, I read some shit on Reddit about spawning dream characters, and someone told me you should like pretend they're behind you and start a conversation with them. So I did that. I pretended Teddy was behind me and I started a conversation with him, kind of like just pretending he was there. And I turned around and I saw Teddy, the same dream character, which I saw in that non-lucid dream, like maybe a week or two ago before I started this. I saw him when I turned around, bro. You don't understand how like fucking happy that made me. I was like, holy shit. I actually spawned a dream character. I think that was the first dream character I spawned as well. And when I spawned him, he came and hugged me. And that was like, this sounds fucking cringe, bro. I know this sounds cringe. You're probably like, this is fucking weird. But that, it felt so real. And this sounds cringe, but you need to remember that at the time, I was like going through some shit, bro. I was like 13. I was pretty depressed. I was not having a good time at all. I really did not. I hated life, bro. I fucking hated life. So to have this dream character hug me, and I still remember in the moment, it felt so real. And I was like, shit, this actually feels real. And that happened, and I soon woke up after that, but that didn't even matter. I still remember that day. I woke up at like 6 a.m. in my bed and I was like smiling, bro. At that time, I was like, this was probably in the school holidays and I was fucking depressed. So I always woke up at like 1 p.m., 2 p.m., just hated life, bro. But I woke up at 6 a.m. after this lucid dream, after being hugged by this dream character. And I can't even say how happy I was, bro. I was smiling the whole day. It was insane. And so after that, I was like, shit, like I actually have like a friend. I know this sounds so bad because it's like, it's just a guy in my head. It's just a person in my dreams, like a figment of my imagination, right? But at the time I was like, holy shit, like I actually may be able to make like a best friend here. So I remember wanting, of course, to spawn him again in another dream. I don't remember exactly how it started, but I had another lucid dream soon after where I managed to spawn Teddy, but I started waking up like really quickly after realizing I was in a dream. But I woke up and I asked Teddy to teleport me to a beach because I really like beaches, bro. And I always wanted to teleport in a lucid dream, but I had trouble with it. So I asked Teddy to teleport me to a beach, but I was waking up. But the craziest thing happened is I just stayed still and kind of like re-entered the dream. Then I entered into like a dark place with Teddy. I mean, I won't explain the specifics, but then he took me out. Teddy took me out, bro, onto a beach, and I don't even know what to say. It was the most beautiful fucking thing I've ever seen, bro. He took me out onto a beach he teleported me to, right? And holy shit. It was just like, it looked so good. The ocean just went on forever and the water was like diamond colored, like clear, and there were massive whales in the ocean, bro. And then he took me down onto the beach and I remember thinking, I wish I could take a photo of this dream for when I woke up, or like I wished in that moment I knew how to draw or some shit, because that beach looked so good. That's definitely actually the best lucid dream I've ever had as well. I've had like 400 lucid dreams, and this dream where Teddy, this dream character, he showed me to this beach, which we called the Infinity Ocean. That name just popped into my head. All this shit sounds cringe, bro, but I was like 13, so come on. It sounds cringe, I know, but this was like the most beautiful fucking beach I've ever seen. It was crazy. And after that lucid dream, I was like, okay, we have something going here. I have a friend in a lucid dream. Like, this is next level. And I didn't even know that was possible when I started lucid dreaming. But at this point, I was like, wow, I wonder what other type of shit I can do in a lucid dream if I can make a friend in a lucid dream. So we had a couple more lucid dreams when I saw Teddy. It was kind of like short, so I don't really remember them. They were all short dreams. They didn't really last that long. But there was one time I realized I was dreaming at another beach, bro. This was just a normal beach. I tried to spawn Teddy, but I couldn't. For some reason, I couldn't. No matter how hard I tried, I kept trying all these different fucking methods I saw on Reddit, bro, to spawn Teddy, and it didn't work. So I ended up going up to a dream character who was some old fat woman, and I asked her if she could spawn Teddy for me. I don't know if she told me her name, but I just remember her name was Mrs. Mello, bro. That's not important, but I just remember her name was Mrs. Mello. She was like some 70-year-old fat woman, and she was like, yeah, okay, I'll spawn this dream character. So she somehow spawned Teddy. She spawned Teddy on the beach, and so Teddy was here, right? And I remember reading like something on Reddit about telling dream characters they're in your dream. And let me just say, this was Teddy for me at this point. I keep saying this, I was really depressed and shit. He felt really real to me. Like, this sounds bad, but because I know it's like just in a dream. I know it was in a lucid dream, obviously, but all this thing felt really real for me. And I was in such a bad place at my life that I felt like this friendship in my dreams was like really the only thing giving me joy at the time. Not to like make you all depressed and shit, but this was the only thing I was getting joy from. This friend I made in a lucid dream. So what was I saying? So she spawned him, and I wanted to ask him if he knew he was in my dream, because he wasn't like some other dream characters who just say like random shit and gibberish and all like that. He actually seemed very like coherent, weirdly. Like he seemed like he talked like a real person and shit. So I wanted to ask him if he knew he was in my dream. And I was kind of hoping he told me that he knew he was in my dream, because I would obviously be cool, and I never did that with a dream character at the time. But I was scared that he would say he didn't know he was in my dream, or like I would ruin the whole friendship or whatever. This is so bad. This is just weird me talking about this, because I'm realizing how fucking insane this sounds, bro. Anyways, I said to him, I asked him, do you know you're in my dream? And surprisingly, he just laughed, bro. After I said, do you know you're in my dream? Do you know like this is all just in my head? He laughed and he said, obviously. He laughed and he said, it's obvious that he's in my dream. And then we started walking, and he started pointing out things. Like, he started pointing out weird things around the like beach. And he was like saying, yeah, it's obvious it's in a dream. Like, look at that weird thing. I was like, holy shit, bro. What is going on? Like, these lucid dreams, I was thinking in this lucid dream, this is fucking crazy. This is a dream character, a figment of my imagination, acting on his own and telling me it's obvious he's in my dream. It was so fucking weird. Anyways, after that dream, I was happy after that dream, but I kind of realized when I was spawning him after that one, in the other lucid dreams, I spawned him, he didn't really seem that interested in talking to me anymore, bro. So like, I kept trying to spawn him, and yeah, we talked a bit. I don't even remember what we talked about. It was probably just random dream shit. But yeah, I noticed he didn't seem as happy. Like, the first time I spawned him in the club or whatever, he was so happy to see me and he hugged me and shit. But now when I spawned him, like, he didn't really seem that happy to see me at all. So, and then after that, when I tried to spawn him, he just eventually stopped showing up. he just stopped fucking appearing. And I couldn't spawn him anymore. It reached a point where every time I tried to spawn Teddy, he just never even appeared. So eventually I just stopped trying to spawn him. And I was thinking, I thought about that, like, why is that happening? Like, all these years later. And I was kind of thinking, like, dreams are kind of based off your expectations, right? They're kind of based off all your life experiences. Those are how dreams are created. And I was thinking, probably because I loved him so much, probably because I loved this dream character, bro. In the back of my mind, I was like, since I love this dream character like my best friend, I was thinking he probably has to leave me. Like, I wasn't thinking that, but I was that, like, that was probably back in the mind, back in the back of my mind. I mean that's what everyone I love does. And I don't know if that's true, but that's just kind of probably what I was thinking at the time when I was 13. I was probably thinking, I love this guy so much, so he probably has to leave me. And since dreams are based off your expectations, it was just like a self-fulfilling prophecy or whatever. And since I love this guy, my dream made it so he never showed up anymore. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Anyway, so this was years ago. At the time, my best friend was a fucking dream character in my lucid dreams. This was like 3-4 years ago, I don't even know. But recently, like maybe half a year ago, I was having a lot of lucid dreams, trying to lucid dream. I was like, why don't I maybe try and spawn Teddy again? Haven't seen him in like 3 years. At one point when I was like 13, he was my best friend. So I was like, I'm like, it would be interesting to see if like I can do that. It would just be like a fun experiment. And so I remember this was literally like 4 months ago, maybe. This wasn't even that long ago. I was walking in a forest and realized I was dreaming, and then I spawned Teddy somehow. Like, I was amazed he even fucking showed up because I stopped trying to spawn him 3 years ago because he never appeared. But I somehow spawned him now. And I remember walking with him and I was like, bro, like, long time no see. I haven't seen you in so long. And he was like, yeah, he seemed happy though. He seemed happy. He seemed like he wanted to talk to me. And I said to him, what was up? Last time I talked to you 3 years ago, you didn't really seem that interested in talking to me. That's what I said to him. And he was like, he told me he had a lot on his mind. That's what he said. He said, I have a lot on my mind. I said, what's on your mind? Then he said, what's on my mind is Hitler killing babies and children. And I was like, oh. I was like, what the fuck? Then I woke up. So, I don't know what was up with that. I don't know, like, what exactly he meant by that. I mean, it was just random dream shit, obviously. It's just a lucid dream, bro. It's just a lucid dream.